Okay. Let's see here. What kind of house did you grow up in, and what was the neighborhood like?
It was a row house.
In Hampton, Baltimore, Maryland.
What was the neighborhood like?
I liked it.
Me too.
Every,
You could go out first thing in the morning and not come home until dark. And the whole neighborhood watched over you. That was a good and bad thing.
True. What was your favorite holiday as a child, and how did your family celebrate it?
I like Christmas.
me too.
And how did your family celebrate? Just
We got stuff.
Presents, yay!
That's about the only time we got a lot of gifts.
Yeah.
what was some of the best presents you ever received when you were a kid?
I got a Barbie doll head that I could style its hair and dye its hair and curl its hair. Wendy probably cut it all its hair off.
Yeah, right. And so I had the same present, loved it. Put makeup all over it and redo it. Easy bake oven.
How
They
old
were
were you when
fun.
you think you got it?
I was 11.
I don't remember.
No.
It had to be 9.
Okay.
So probably
Um.
both got one the same year.
No, you destroyed mine.
Oh, okay.
Did you guys have any pets?
Yes.
Did you have a favorite one?
I didn't like any of them.
What about you?
Dog Tootsie. Hated it.
Yeah.
Still hate our animals to this day.
Why'd you hate Tootsie?
She stunk.
She was an animal, not an animal fan.
Okay, so I guess the who were your favorite pets and what made them special question is obsolete.
Well, I brought when I was 10 years old, I got Mom a birthday present. It was an albino mouse with pink eyes. And I took it home, and it kept getting out of the cage, and she had to catch it because it was a gift from me. So I took the mouse to visit its brothers and sisters where I got it from. Well, they chewed it up and killed it, and I felt so bad because I had to go home and tell Mom
Ooh.
that her gift was dead. She told me years later she was never so happy in her life. She was tired of chasing a mouse around the house.
That's funny. So what did you want to be when you grew up?
An airline stewardess.
Archaeologist.
An archaeologist?
Yes.
Is it something you feel like you guys would still like the idea of?
Oh no,
No?
I don't want to wait on anybody.
You're in the wrong profession, honey. What about you, Ma?
I would still do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Treasure hunter.
Yep.
Who were some of your favorite relatives and what made them special?
Mine were Aunt Jo and Uncle Bill.
Yeah.
And what made them special?
Well, after the fire, they let us move in with them, and they had a house full, and just they made you feel at home.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And Uncle Bill's a prankster.
Yes. Yes.
What'd he
Very
prank
much
you?
so. What's that?
What's a way you remember that he pranked you?
Oh my.
It was more me pranking him.
Yeah. Well, I like the fact that Frank on his first date with a woman, and Uncle Bill came in, saw Frank go to the bathroom. When Frank came out, he didn't have no food left. Uncle Bill ate it all. To this day, Frank's pissed off about it.
And licked the plate clean in front of his girlfriend.
And Frank wouldn't pay for it. He said, I didn't eat it, I'm not paying for it. And he didn't.
El Paso.
Yes. Stuff like that.
That's funny. What about you, Aunt Debbie?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Uncle and Uncle Bill. They were our second family.
Okay.
Yeah.
How is it Bill that's related?
He,
Yes.
Cool. Uncle Bill,
Uncle
right?
Bill.
He's our dad's brother.
Okay. Um, what's your favorite memory of your mom?
My, there's so many.
Exactly. It's hard to pinpoint. Exactly just one
Yeah.
for me.
What's one your favorite when you were little?
I remember us not having much money, and somebody in our family got new clothes, and she was trying them on, and it really bothered me. Style had never occurred to me until that moment, and then I realized I'm running around looking like a goober, and it really bothered me. So Mom went and got fabric and made clothing for me. It was in style.
What about you, Mom?
I can't. I just remember that she loved each one of us unconditionally. So.
What's a memory that you feel like she was loving you unconditionally?
I don't know. It's hard to remember exactly one.
Is there any one that stands out?
Well, I remember bitching the nurse out at the hospital when they took the, they had to scrape the burns, the scar tissue off. And of course, I was crying, and she started yelling at her, and the nurse was like, if you want to do it, go ahead, you do it. But of course, she couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
She couldn't even bathe me after we got home. Andrew had to do it because she just couldn't.
Painful.
Yeah.
So.
What about a memory when you guys were older?
I remember another time she had this potbelly stove that she just loved, and I wanted to go see Donny Osmond. He was coming to Baltimore. We didn't have the money,
Mm-hmm.
so she took the potbelly stove to an antique dealership so I could go see Donny Osmond. When we were older, she become a nightmare protective. When I was pregnant with Denny, there was this girl that was going to have this elaborate baby shower for me. And after we had the baby shower, the girl approached me and said, I want money for all that I put out for that baby shower. Mom was going to beat her up. Lee.
Oh,
and
Leah.
she was so happy. She would have had her locked up in a minute.
Mm.
She became violent when it comes to us.
That's crazy. I don't know that.
Yeah. Yeah, it was right on the corner of Falls and 41st when it happened. She was going to rip her apart on the street.
What about you, Mom?
I don't remember.
No?
No.
What about favorite memory of your dad?
What do you mean? What about? What's the question?
What was your favorite memory of your dad?
Dad wasn't around much, Brianna.
Mm.
I don't really have one.
Mm. Okay.
He bought me a clown doll for my birthday one year. And it was the ugliest thing I'd ever seen in my life. I think his girlfriend bought it and gave it to him to give to me. Anyway, I was crying because it was so ugly. I hated it.
Probably
And he thought I was crying from joy.
That's funny.
Yeah.
After Mom died, he wanted me to move to North Carolina with him, but at that age, you already have your own life and friends, so I think I stayed with him maybe a month, and it's like, no.
Yeah,
He tried later on,
it was too late.
but
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
older, you're just not interested in having a relationship. So
That's sad.
Yeah, he was never there.
Right.
yeah, he worked all day and then went to the bar at night, and
He didn't come home. He came home at 1:15 in the morning because I knew what time to climb back in the window.
so she would sneak out to see her first boyfriend,
Uh-huh.
who was dog ugly. Oh
Yes,
my
he
goodness,
was.
so ugly.
He one time Mom got up, locked me out, and had to climb in her bedroom window. And she had narcolepsy,
Mm-hmm.
so when she woke up, she didn't always remember it, and she did. She woke up, and I said, "Mom, it's okay. It's just me. Go back to sleep." Well, she remembered, and I kept telling her, "You must have dreamed that." She.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's a good one. Well, what was your relationship like with your family when you were growing up?
I thought it was good. Always had fun. Always liked to joke.
Mm-hmm.
What
What are you
part
looking
was
at me?
fun? You were a nightmare.
Wasn't my fault. Blame it on Mom.
We were close, but
Yes.
we hated each other.
It was a I love you, I hate you kind of family.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate your guts, but nobody's going to mess with you. That
Exactly.
kind of thing.
Seems like normal siblings to me.
Exactly.
What traits or characteristics do you have that your parents also had? And which side of your family do you most resemble?
We resemble moms.
Yes. I think I have her walk.
You act like her.
Oh, okay.
Appearance, moms. And attitude is a mixture.
What do you think?
I think she's right.
Okay. What's the best thing your mom and dad taught you?
Mom taught us how to love.
Yes. And accept responsibility when we're wrong.
Yeah.
She
I
made
cannot
us.
tell you how many times I heard, "It can't be the whole world, it's gotta be you."
What happened with Frank then?
Mom,
She catered to Frank, I
yeah,
think.
she really did. Because
She knew he
she
was-
knew something was wrong. When he was an infant, they had to put electrodes. He was seizing, and but they never found anything wrong. So she catered to him, and after your mom was burned, she made her terrible.
Yeah.
Poor little Wendy. No matter how wrong she was, poor little Wendy.
I don't remember that.
Oh, I do. And then there was the time that she called me and said, "I think you need to talk to Wendy. I think she's getting too serious with her boyfriend." You talk to her.
Never had that conversation.
I think, no, you did with me.
That's funny.
Don't
With
you remember?
what's his
Mhm.
name?
Yes. She just found a picture of Ray and I together.
Right, that's right.
Oh, she did. Man, she was something else when it come to that.
So,
She tracked you down.
yep.
What do you mean? She didn't like Ray?
Ray and Mike were best buddies. when they were little,
Mm-hmm.
and Mom would talk to Mike's grandmother and find out Wendy was over there. And here she'd come.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
How old? How old were they? Because you ran
Mike
Uncle
was
Mike,
probably 11 or 12.
and you guys started dating that young? You and Ray?
I was probably 13, yeah. So,
Bad girl.
bad girl. It wasn't like it was around the corner.
This one's a good one for this conversation. What roles did your parents have, and which ones drove you crazy?
Dad wanted us to stay in the yard.
And play.
Yeah. Hello. We ran the neighborhood.
Important. Stop that. Oh, okay.
What are a few things you did that you didn't tell your parents about?
Smoked.
Caught your acrylic nails on fire?
Yeah, that's right, in school. I forgot all about that.
Let me see. Play hooky.
Hook school. Frank had to track me down, take me there, go in the front door, out the back.
I did the same thing. Mom took me in the front door.
Oh, okay.
I went out the back. Play hooky.
Oh, that we didn't tell our parents about.
Well, Dad got a hold of my diary and read it. That's how he knew I was hooking school.
Oh my. That wasn't a
Don't
good
leave
thing.
evidence, big dummy.
Well, the way I found out was, Mom said, "Your dad told me that you've been hooking school," and there was no way he could know that unless it was he read my diary.
Mm. What's the worst trouble you got in?
That's when you were shipped to North Carolina, probably.
With
Keep
Aunt
you
Barb?
away from Jerry.
Yeah, they shipped me to Aunt Barb
In
to
North
keep me away from my
Carolina.
boyfriend.
How old were you?
15, 14, 15, 14.
And how long did you have to stay with her?
Until school was out.
Mm.
It was a long time now. Felt like,
It
probably
was.
felt like prison.
It was. No, I was used to Mom's nurturing.
Passion.
None of that.
Just
There was no nurturing.
do and don't.
There was black and white. No
Mm.
gray areas.
Wasn't affection. Aunt Barb wasn't affectionate.
I see.
She felt like she was better than others.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Very judgmental.
I see.
Dad did too. That's why we weren't allowed to go out of the yard.
Yeah.
It was so bad that about once a month he would decide, I need to feel needed and not go to work. So I'd go up to his work, get his boss, and the owner of the shop, and ask him if he'd come down and get Dad to come to work. Once a month, like clockwork.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I'd go talk to Mr. Mike. I couldn't stand it.
I'm
So
sure.
you do what you gotta do.
I'm sure.